Now, it's super trendy right now to just look at video games and just go, all right, what can we adapt? However, this one I totally can see and totally agree with. Now, a while ago, we found out that Blumhouse is teaming up with James Wan's Atomic Monster to basically, like, become its own, like, separate entity. Entity. You see what I did there?
Right.
And they are going to be doing their own horror movies. Well, sounds like one of the first projects they're going to be doing is an adaptation of the iconic horror game Dead by Daylight. And this just makes me happy. Dead by Daylight isn't one of my like favorite games, but I do thoroughly enjoy playing it. It's one of those games that's like always on my system, whether I play it or not. It's always downloaded and ready to go. So for those that are unaware, Dead by Daylight is a survival horror game in which case you are either playing as one of 4 survivors on a team or one of the killers. If you're the killer, easy enough. Hunt down and kill the 4 survivors before they have time to escape. If you're one of the survivors, you're trying to either start up a generator or find a trap door in the map to escape. Your whole job is to escape and not be caught and strung up on a big old hook because the monsters are trying to basically kill you. Not for their purposes, but for a larger purpose. There's like this thing called the entity that they're serving. I am so on board with this. I will say, though, right off the bat, when they make this movie, it's not going to be a 4-on-1 situation here because 3 kills, maybe 4 if you want to kill everyone, is not that exciting. You need to kill a lot of people. And also, I don't think you're going to get just one killer. That's kind of the fun of Dead by Daylight is over the years, because this game's been going on forever and is a model of a healthy live service game as opposed to something else where that was, hey, we'll drip feed you content over the next 3 to 4 years. We don't really know what that content's going to be yet, but Dead by Daylight still has a strong and fostering community. It's great. They have introduced so many killers over the years, whether it was original or IP characters. I know people want IP characters like a Michael Myers, like a Ghostface, like a Freddy, like a Leatherface. Scrap all of those. That is not happening. But thankfully, all the original characters, all the original characters could still work. There's clever and original creature design, so the monsters have their own unique skill sets. I think this could be a really, really cool idea. It's just, Josh is gonna hate me for this. What's the hook here? What's
Boo!
What's
Somebody boo this man?
what's gonna capture the minds of the general population here? What's gonna get them interested in this story? Is it, oh look, spoopy monster? Or I don't think the general population has heard of Dead by Daylight enough to care. That being said, I don't care about the general population. I want this movie. So, yeah. Josh, as someone that's played Dead by Daylight a little bit, we need to hop on it again sometime. Are you excited for this, or you think it's weird?
I'm not necessarily excited, but I'm definitely intrigued to see how they go about this. Because, like you, I'm very much like, okay, cool. So what's the catch? Like, what's the story here? Are you going to seriously sit us down in a theater and go, all right, so these killers are trying to, sacrifice humans. And, okay. Here's my pitch. All right. We get a Purge-esque style where it takes over the course of a day. You have I don't know, maybe pick 3 or 4 of the killers, and they are going to go through the city, and that, of course, like the Purge, while there's a lot of people and there's a lot of stuff happening in the city, we focus on a group of 4, a group of like 4 or 5. And so so it is like, hey,
Or
we just have to survive to daylight.
Or we can have like 2 or 3 groups of 4.
Yeah.
That way we can still get our groupings, and then each being hunted by a different monster in different locations to keep it fresh, like different places on a map. But I don't mind the city idea. And naturally, obviously, the person that's like summoning these monsters has to be one of the first people to die because things got out of control.
Yes. I think what will be interesting will be if, because in the games you can't kill the killers. Like that's not a thing you can do, and that's kind of not interesting from a movie narrative standpoint. You've got to be able to win somehow. Maybe it's daylight. Maybe the person that summons these monsters, they can only be around for one night, and of course of one evening or something like that. And daylight is the thing that when daylight happens, they go back. So there is like a time limit kind of thing. I don't know. It's definitely intriguing. Like kind of like how they're doing a FNAF movie right now is in production. Cool. I would love the idea of adapting games. I just don't know how you're going to get the same experience from the game into the movie. I mean, The Last of Us has shown that you can do that, but like some of these like are multiplayer games, so there's some experiences that people have with these games that are not possible for everybody across the board.
Yeah, you can't just put in a movie you just yelling and swearing at your teammates that are letting you die so they can escape.
Correct.